Everyone's losing their mind over a tag hack at TJMAXX. I'm sure you've seen the videos. And honestly, it's not the whole truth or the ultimate secret to getting the absolute best deals at TJMAXX. So today I'm taking you in store and I'm going to show you the 7 things I look for that actually are a good deal, not just a pretty price tag. So let's first talk about what this viral tag hack is all about. There's multiple parts, starting with the color of the tags first. White, as we all know, is the regular priced piece. There's no discounts. Blue, a blue tag, is part of a matching set. And then the purple tag, we've gone deep here on this channel, is Runway, their designer collection. This doesn't help us get a deal though, and I think everyone's really excited about this and decoding the colors of the tags, but it's just really a fact. It's not really like the way to find the best deals. But the second part is where everyone is really, really excited. So let me give you the quick lowdown. When you look at a TJMAXX tag, the trick they say is to look at these tiny numbers on the end and decode them. So for example, a tiny 1 means the item was specifically made for TJMAXX and is not something you would find at a major department store. And while that's interesting, I don't think that gives us the full picture of a deal. A tiny number 2 means the item came directly from a major retail or department store. They say offering genuine brand deals, but that's not always the case either, as most of us know. A tiny 6 means the item is part of a matching set. So you can ask for a discount if a piece is missing, which is interesting. And then a tiny 7 means the item is discontinued. Now, I get it. We do what we can, right, to get the very best deals at TJMAXX. Since day one on this channel, I've been sharing all of my hacks to source the most incredible finds at TJMAXX and beyond. However, my advice, if you want the real deal at TJMAXX, stop reading the numbers and start reading the clothes. A tiny sticker doesn't tell you if the fabric pills in 3 washes or the button will pop off. Price alone, and even the price tag alone, does not equal value or finding the best deals, in my opinion. It's cloth, not algebra, that we need to zoom in on and laser in on. So these are the 7 real checks I like to look at to find the best deals at TJMAXX. Let's dive in with number 1. When I find a piece I'm interested in, the first thing I always do is look up the brand on my phone. It takes just a minute, obviously, and it'll show you the actual price from other retailers. This tells you if the piece is more expensive somewhere else. It could offer reviews on quality, and at the end of the day, it shows me how it looks on the model and if it's worth the buy. And sometimes you won't ever find the piece online too, which tells you a lot. With all that being said, when it comes to some of my prior TJMAXX videos, we've talked a lot about made for TJMAXX brands versus other brands discounting their originals and being sold by TJMAXX. I, at this point, don't know that there needs to be such a big discussion over whether or not to buy the piece if you love it. If it's a made for TJMAXX line, it's going to be a great price. You don't even need to look at the tag. A tag telling me they're made for TJMAXX isn't going to change whether or not I like it or how it looks on me or how I feel in it. A good example of this is actually the Rachel Zoe line. We know, if you don't know, here you go, now you do, it is 100% made for TJMAXX line. But this channel is about feeling good. Like feeling good and getting a deal is your superpower. So if you find something you absolutely love, say, and it's a Rachel Zoe piece, which we know happens to be made for TJMAXX, I think you found a winner. The deal is in feeling good and paying the right price. Number 2, fabric, weight, and drape always tells the story of a good piece, and likewise, a good deal. A heavy lined blazer with real wool or good stretch will have timelessness to it and will be wearable for years. Now, if it has a purple tag or a white tag or a 2 or a 6 on it, the question we have to ask is, does it matter? No. What matters is the quality. So really feel it out. There's nothing better than running into a piece of a brand you've never heard of that is a stunning design and fabrication. I'm thinking even about like some of the made in Italy pieces we find online at TJ Maxx. Touching and feeling it or looking at the fabrication even online is your key to the best treasures at TJ Maxx. There's so many 100% leather pieces or 100% linen pieces that could also have a made at TJ Maxx number on them that are still really, really incredible deals. Touching and feeling or looking at the fabrication is your key to the very best treasures at TJ Maxx. So with that, construction will tell you everything as well. So forget the tags on this one and just look at the way the piece is constructed. Check the seams, the lining, the zippers, peek inside the garment. What's behind this is starting to differentiate between even the high-end brands feeling a little cheap. Even if the brand looks good, if something has a cheap looking zipper or a bad liner, you'll know very quickly it's not worth it. Now that piece could have been like your favorite brand coming from Nordstrom. This does include pieces we find all the time in the runway section. If we just went off the tag rule, we'd assume everything with a purple tag was the best quality or the best deal. And that is just absolutely false. No way. There's so many pieces I find in the runway section that are just completely crap. There's a few other rules I look for along those same lines. The next one is linings and finishes. So like the hem finishes, the matched patterns at the seams, they all show manufacturer quality. Also, the buttons and the zippers. Do the buttons look plated or real? Is the hardware solid? This is why I often skip over the basic women's section at the front of TJ Maxx stores, because sometimes things just get thrown onto the piece and it presents well on the rack, but looks and feels really cheap when you wear it or you wash it. So really make sure you're checking your finishes and your hardware. Okay, rule 5 is all about how it feels. At the end of the day, even a cheap material or a brand you never heard of or missing buttons might still make you feel something. And I always say it, this is why I say it, feeling good is your superpower when it comes to everything in your life. So if you find something and you just aren't sure, what I love to do is take a deep breath and ask myself, do I really love this? Do I feel sexy? Do I feel timeless? Do I feel confident? Do I feel beautiful? Whatever it is you want to feel, that's what we're looking for. Most of the time, if it's a yes, it's because I feel elated, happy, joyful, beautiful, or something else. But the important part of this is the opposite of that is really, really true. If you don't feel anything when you try a piece on, if you don't know, say you're holding something and you're just like, I just don't know if I like this, always say no. It's someone else's deal. Save it for someone else. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. Shop seasonally and use your timing. Always buy off season for the most value. This goes for TJ Maxx and all the other places you love to shop. Look for the coats and the winter items in the summer and the swimsuits and the resort wear and the sandals and more in the winter. I am telling you, this is so important because TJ Maxx clears seasonal inventory aggressively. This is one of the gold mine tips I have when it comes to finding the best deals at TJ Maxx. I never would determine an off-season deal from the price tag, color or number when it comes to this rule. This one has scored me multi-$1,000 leather leggings or a $300 beak slide or a Maji swimsuit. All of these things, by the way, I've shown you the deals. I've shown you how I've gotten those deals in my prior videos. All of that and more for up to 90% off. I have no idea what number was on those price tags on the right-hand corner. Sorry, not sorry. Rule 7, know what the brand retails for approximately and do a 10-second phone check. I should say asterisk if you actually really care. So if you see a leather boot that retails for $250, marked down to $79, at first glance, that's a win. If it retails though for $89 and it's on sale for $49, it's just not that exciting. Also, just knowing your brands here is super important. I know, for example, that Free People doesn't do a line for TJ Maxx. I don't think they do any kind of outlet line. So if I see a Free People piece and I love it, I kind of know I'm getting probably one of the best prices I'll find on that piece brand new for Free People. But let's talk about theory. My store sells a ton of theory, and sometimes I wonder if I'm getting a deal or if I'm getting duped by the brand. Now, maybe the tag would tell me if it's been discounted, or maybe the brand has a contract with TJMAXX asking it not to say if it's made for TJMAXX or if it was discounted. We won't actually go deeper into that in this video, but doing a Google search will tell me everything. All I have to do is put that theory piece in Google and see if it's coming up on Theory's website or on resale, as if someone got it full price from the Theory store. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with some of my very favorite quick fire shop smart strategies for finding the best deals at TJMAXX, okay? The biggest, most asked question, what is the best time to shop? Some people would say weekdays, but some of my best days have been actually weekends. And the truth is, new arrivals roll out every single day. I actually love going mid-morning as well because it gives all of the associates time to get to work, drink their coffee, and start putting out new arrivals. So I'd say any day is your best day. Go mid-morning. Number 2, look where others don't. Bottom racks, the floor, end caps, especially near the mirrors, the fitting room returns hanging out in the middle of the store. Those are always a gold mine to find the best things. Number 3, try it on. It matters more than a low price. A $30 shape that doesn't flatter equals a wasted buy. We all know that, right? And number 4, if you love it, buy it. TJMAXX inventory moves so fast. If it's a high quality item at a great price, do not think about it too long. You can always return it. If you come back later for that piece, it won't be there. We all know that. We're TJMAXX queens. So at the end of the day, the tag hacks are fun, but finding something you love and feel good in is even more fun. That's where the real deal is. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment below with your best, favorite TJMAXX tips and hacks, and maybe, just maybe, I'll get to feature you in my next TJMAXX video. How cool would that be? I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Mwah.